mean, I just wanted to add another point. I mean, like Nick made a good point with the portal, people leaving in the portal. I mean, you're going to have to get rid of some guys to get some guys in here. I mean, when it comes to D line, offensive line, wide receiver, that's probably where you really need to hit most of your transfer portal guys at. With Cam Jackson coming back, that helps a little bit, obviously, on that side of the football. But I mean, you're really going to have to go O-line heavy. I think you are, just based on the fact that your O-line didn't really perform that well, and you probably got some guys leaving too. Jordan Herman and Jadarius Perkins left earlier on in the year, so you got some spots there as well. But you also got to bring in a lot of these elite guys from this freshman class. So, obviously, hopefully, some of these guys can make a good freshman impact. Some of these 5 stars and these top guys, but yeah, I mean, just when you see a lot of the attrition, especially, I mean, this is going to happen every year anyway. At every school, there's going to be kids that leave and want to go somewhere else. But when you see a lot of the attrition, it's for the good better than it is for the bad. And I get a lot of messages from people freaking out, but you don't know who they're going to replace them with yet. So I wouldn't even bar anything past anything when it comes to kids leaving to the transfer portal, because you have no clue who's going to come in here. So that's all I wanted to add.
And we got to address the elephant in the
It's
room.
tough.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's tough with the transfer portal, though. So, like, I think Kingsley Aguakin will declare for the draft. I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
Micah Mazuka does. And you can get interior offensive linemen, but, like, elite tackles go to elite programs, play for 3 seasons, and then go to the NFL. So, like, when you go portal shopping, you're at Dollar Tree. You're not, at Neiman Marcus looking for offensive tackles. I think, like, Michael Tarquin, who most Florida fans were probably like, okay, that's fine. When he transferred, he was probably one of the best tackles available, and he goes and he starts at USC. So the other thing that I would say to fans too is, like, just know that you're not going and shopping at some, nice boutique. You're shopping at whatever's there on the shelf, and it might take a lot of NIL money. Some of these guys don't know who Florida is. If they're 20 years old, they were 5 the last time Florida won an SEC championship. They don't remember the Florida that we remember. They don't know that Florida. So you're not, like, we always say the logo holds weight. I'm like, well, not for a 19-year-old kid who was in diapers the last time Florida was winning championships.
It says slightly used next to their name on Facebook Marketplace, is what you're telling me.
Which
Yeah.
makes Jordan C
Yeah.
even more important, right?
Yeah.
So
But then again, I'm also not like a big guy that's like going to put all my chips in on a freshman offensive tackle coming in and starting right away. And everyone throws names at me, and I'm like, okay, cool. And there's exceptions to the rule, and you're throwing like the exceptions at me. And maybe Jordan Seaton can come in and play right away, but like most offensive linemen aren't able to come in right away and play.
Be impactful. I was just talking about that today, that typically a great offensive lineman, it's that second and third year where they really shine, right? There's maybe, I would even say this year from the class, I think Francis, who went to Miami, he started, but was he an elite offensive lineman? But he was impactful. Bama's got all of them, I think. Every freshman that was impactful is all playing on Alabama this year. But real quick, though, we've got almost over 700 people in here. Be sure, guys, to smash the like button and subscribe. Got Nick Del Toro with us here from On3. But let's address the elephant in the room. Obviously, a lot of noise is going on with Trevor Etienne. Can you confirm what you're hearing, just where things are at with that noise of him, having interest at least in the portal? Is there some real smoke there, or is that just Twitter getting rowdy?
Well, Twitter's going to be rowdy. I finished my 11th season at Florida. If I know anything, Florida Twitter is going to get rowdy. Yeah, but I think there's smoke there, and I think there's concern. Billy and Trevor met on Tuesday. Billy's doing exit meetings, and they spoke. But there's real concern there. And I think the concern is Trevor's a 3-year player. I think he's going to be in the draft after next year. And do you want to win? Is Florida prepared to win an SEC championship next year? I don't think so. You'd have to have some really great impact from the transfer portal come in and have some things break your way. So there's going to be teams. I think you're naive if you think tampering is not happening and teams aren't talking to Trevor Etienne and saying, hey, man, we can get you behind a better offensive line. You can run for more yards on less carries. And here's what we can do for you with NIL. So, and that's going to happen. That's not going to be just Trevor Etienne specific. Anytime you have good players on a bad team, or at least a bad record, other teams are going to come calling, and they're not going to wait until you're in the portal to talk to you.
That's brutal. And like right now we're the farm system. It seems like, right. We're just
you,
we're
you don't want to be AAA.
yeah. That's kind of where we're sitting at right now. Well, appreciate the clarification on that. I mean, wasn't great news. You didn't make me feel any better, so thanks for that too, Nick. But let's